Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and today let's go ahead unbox and take a quick look at the Sony Xperia Z2. So as you can see, this is the Indian retail unit. There have been some differences with regards to what's included in the box when it comes to different regions. So like I said, the Indian retail unit we've got here. Let's get this opened up. So first off, this is the packaging. You've got the Xperia Z2. It's a little bigger than what we've seen from Sony earlier with the Z1, the Z, and even the Z Ultra. Vodafone customers get 2 gigs of 3G data for 2 months. You also have the Sony Smart Band included here, and accidental damage cover, a free flip case, blah blah blah. And to the back we've got a set of highlights: Triluminous display, X Reality, Beyond for mobile, Xmore RS. So anyway, on the sides again, Sony Xperia branding, nothing on the other 2 sides, your regular stuff. So let's go ahead, open this up. So here we have the Sony Xperia Z2. I've got the white variant and it's available in black, white and purple. So anyway, it's white this time. So let me set that aside. Let's get back to it in a bit. And inside we've got wall adapter, micro USB cable, the Sony Smart Band. We'll get to this again. And here we have the earphones. This is I'm a little curious here. We've got they don't really look good. Again guys, this is only for the Indian region. I've seen other unboxing videos from people who've got this phone in the UK, and in the UK Sony actually ships noise cancelling earphones, the in-ear variant, but unfortunately these are the ones that you get here in the here in India. So let's just take a closer look at this. So these are the earphones. Look a little low quality to me, not a flat cable either. Anyway, we'll take a look at it in the full review. So here we have the flip case. So this actually looks good. With the Z1 we had a flip case that actually had a double-sided tape over here that you stick the phone onto. This is different, and for what it's worth, I like it. We've got some pamphlets here, so your regular ones, information booklets, startup guide, and the Xperia launch, a little bit of advertising for other stuff, NFC camera, smartwatch 2, blah blah blah. So anyway, let's put all this aside. I'll be back with you guys in a bit. So guys, I'm back, and this is the Smart Band. So you actually charge it via the micro USB cable here, micro USB port here, sorry. And there are 2 straps, different sizes basically. So that's that. To give you some perspective, here's my Fitbit Force. So roughly the same size. Anyway, we'll take a look at this in a future video in more detail. I'm gonna set this aside for now because I'm not really familiar with it. So here's the Xperia Z2 itself. Again guys, it's worth noting that in certain regions Sony, instead of the Smart Band, actually ships the dock with it, the dock that where you put this in. So again, just something I wanted to mention. So let's take this off. So this time around we've got a 5.2-inch full HD display here. On the back it's still the 20.7 megapixel 1x2.3-inch sensor, similar to the one found on the Xperia Z1. So the phone is 8.2 millimeters thick, weighs in at 163 grams. We've got glass on the front and back, volume rockers to the side, power button here, and this is your micro SD card slot. And like with other flagships, it supports micro SD cards up to 128 gigs. 2-stage shutter key. One of the things I really love about Sony phones, the two-stage shutter key. On top, your secondary noise cancelling microphone, 3.5mm headphone jack. This phone is still IP58 certified, so this is a waterproof jack. And then yet another design change here. This time around we've got the micro SIM tray and the micro USB port covered by a single flap. So they had separate flaps on the Xperia Z Ultra. They had a all three slots, if I can remember correctly, had a single flap, again separate flaps on the Z1, and back to two slots covered by a single flap on the Z2. So that's that. And here's your lanyard hole, again something that Sony's been providing. Your primary microphone, your speakers, front facing stereo speakers here. So let's go ahead, turn this on. So we've got a 2.2 megapixel front facing camera, Sony branding on the back, NFC logos, Sony logo, Xperia logo. What else? This phone is powered by the Snapdragon 801 chipset. That is 4-crate 400 core is clocked at 2.3 gigahertz each, similar to the one found on the LTE variant of the HTC One. Adreno 330 GPU, 3 gigs of RAM. The HTC One M8 and the S5 both have just 2 gigs of RAM on board. So English, India, done. So let's just crank the brightness up. Okay, where's brightness? Alright. So that's pretty bright. And the viewing angles seem a little better than on the Z1. I like that the colors look richer. The displays on the Z and the Z1 were not that great. The Z1 was an improvement, but still not really when compared to say Super LCD 3 on the M8 or Super AMOLED on Samsung devices. It wasn't all that great. Anyway, this phone runs on Android 4.4 KitKat, and that light just keeps getting caught in the reflection. So let me just turn that off and I'll be back with you guys. Alright, enough that I've got that annoying light turned off. About phone 4.4.2 KitKat. So why do we have a 1 there instead of the K? I don't know. Yep. Anyway, going back. So the camera's got a few improvements of its own. That shortcut on the widget that lets you jump right into the camera with 4K video turned on. So there you go. That's 4K video recording. No 5-minute limitations here like with the Galaxy S5. And you've got your settings, white balance. So you can turn the flash on and off. And a few more settings here. And let's quickly jump back. Alright, so there are a few trailers preloaded. That's something Sony does generally. Let's see how the speakers sound. Okay, crank that up. Definitely sounds better than the Z1, but is it up to HTC levels? I don't really think so. But then again, this is me opening up the phone, so I will spend some time with it before making a final judgment. Anyway, alright, let's jump back and okay, this is similar to what we've seen with the Z1 earlier. Your app drawer, and you've got your options to manage the app drawer. You get a few pre-installed apps: Sony Live, File Commander, Social Live, Sketch, BigFlix. X4 video player lets you play 4 videos at the same time. I don't see why you would do that, but it's there. Anyway, getting into the camera here. Okay, no geotagging for now. Something worth noting here is that generally with Sony phones, Superior Auto, your resolution's capped at 8 megapixel, and in the manual mode you get one option to shoot at 20 megapixel, 20.7. that is in 4:3 aspect ratio, and there wasn't a 16:9 aspect ratio. If you wanted 16:9, you had to jump back down to 8 megapixel, and now we've got a 15.5 megapixel option. But unfortunately, scene modes are still not available. You don't have any features available when you have when you're shooting above 8 megapixels. So that has been a pet peeve of mine since the Xperia Z1, I guess. Yeah, since the Z1, and sorry to say Z1 Compact, and the Z2 still has the same issue. So anyway, here's your scene modes, other settings. Oops. Alright, camera, that it got heated up pretty quickly. Let's try that again. Alright, going into settings. HDR is another thing you can't access at 15 megapixel, can you? Yep, HDR gets grayed out. Image stabilizers there still though. Anyway, okay, that's weird. That's just weird. Is that a one-off instance, or does that happen a lot? Again, I will be testing this phone out. I'll get back to you guys with those details in the full review. So there you can jump in. Agree. What's new? Alright. In Google Now. Okay, I haven't connected to Wi-Fi yet. That's your dialer. Your small apps are still there. And that's your multitasking. So anyway guys, I guess the camera cooled down of a few minutes later. So the other options here, we've got time shift video, time shift burst, info eye, Vine, background defocus is a new one, and 4K video obviously. So here we've got creative effects, which is a bunch of filters that can be applied in real time. So let me just show you. Mirror, old film, motion effects, mosaic, nostalgic, miniature, vivid, fisheye. So pretty cool. This phone is powered by a 3200 milliamp hour battery, non-user replaceable of course, and we'll see how that lasts again in the full review. So this is the case. Fair enough. So I guess that's pretty much it for this quick little unboxing and hands-on video. Make sure you stay subscribed for the full review, which I will be coming out with in a week. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next one. Till then, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.